respect to the challenges and the area of it, right? Yes, we did think of is it only limited to the content, or can we even expand to pedagogy? And yes, a lot of us even spoke about mentoring the younger ones, so the student mentoring. So this exercise will help us understand all of that a little better. So here there are two questions that we are posing on the slide for you. What are some of the challenges that you face in your work? So I know here there are teachers, there are head teachers, and there are many people from university joining at different capacities, doing different things. SCRT folks and many other institutions. So what are some of the challenges that you face in your work, which can be solved by getting mentored? So here, as an individual, as a professional, I'm seeking help from outside. Question number two, what are some other challenges that you can help others by mentoring them? So here you're offering help. Please do not restrict it to only students. It could also be peers. It could also be, your managers, your, a school leader to a school leader, a teacher to a school leader. It could be all kinds of direction where, depending upon the kind of expertise that you have, you can offer help to others. So question number one is talking about seeking help. Question number two is offering help. So do think of these two questions. Take a couple of minutes. Like always, do type in your responses in the chat box. And also we can hear from a couple of them. I'm sorry we're rushing a little because we know we're at the end of the session. It's been a long day, and all of us would, and also considering it's a Saturday, end of second half of Saturday, we'd like to end the session as soon as possible from our side too. So for all of you who are present online, think of these two questions. All the areas that you can get help, and all the areas that you can offer help. Do not limit yourself towards teacher student relationship only. It could be anyone else. So here Shapali ji mentions that ego and ignorance. Yeah, ma'am, I would like to know if it's for one or if it's for two. Please type 1 and 2 so that we understand your responses. Okay. I think Sonia ma'am has mentioned that address learning needs of a student. Yes, I think we, at least at this point of time, definitely there is a lot of information about how do anyone for that matter learn, right? And as a teacher, am I equipped to be able to cater to the different learning styles of the children who are present in my classroom, right? And how to communicate the content when language barriers are present. I think again, very important. So medium of instruction is becoming something that we are very, very conscious about. If there are children coming from a different linguistic background, how do you still effectively communicate and do a conceptual clarity there? Any other questions? Peer tutoring, yes. Dr. Jyoti ma'am mentions that peer tutoring could be one of the area that ma'am has not mentioned one or two, so we don't know if ma'am can offer help there or ma'am is seeking help there, but we will write it and put it. It's a common point. But while all of us are thinking, would anyone like to maybe share quickly about it? Okay. Shefali ji mentions that by proper mentoring, that also contains an element of counseling where it is joyful and there is no trauma. Thank you. Okay. Dr. Balaji sir mentions that, confidence among freshers.
Mr. Vinay?
Yes, sir.
See, when you offer a help, age also matters.
Yes.
The age and the experience. I feel so. That is also a challenging one. When you have a peer group, then you understand it better and then go in a better manner, rather than if you have like a parent and a child. The child these days doesn't have, what to say. He or she is more informed. So they say that, father, you don't know anything. Ah, so they in this manner, age is also a challenging factor.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Third, it talk about the generation gap,
Target that-
sense that we call, and yes, I think the younger generation is technologically aware, but definitely there are so many things an adult can offer for one's want to become a better version of themselves. Too. Thank you, sir. Thank you for bringing that point. And definitely, sir also spoke about the expertise, like one by the virtue of being a senior, or being by spending so much time in a particular field, they would have understood the nuances of it also. So in that way, they'll be able to offer better help for the mentees here. Okay. Yes, technology has been continuously coming. I think something as adults, or say people who are here at this point of time, we would struggle. I think the younger ones, maybe they're quite easier to pick it up as well. We would like to hear from anyone who is present online. Any quick sharing about what challenges you would, you would want to need help, or an area where you can offer help. Quick thought, and then we can move forward for the next part of it. Anyone online would like to share?
Sir, please ask the question again.
Ma'am, I was referring. Is there any area where you can seek help from mentoring? Second one is there any area where you can offer help that you can, through mentoring form itself?
Sir, I want to share one time in the classroom where I had to deal with a situation where it's an UPS school, sir, upper primary school, and the children from class 1 to 8 are there in our school. And we have been facing this problem of stalking. Children who go to college, or the boys, they come to the school stalking children. It seems to be very natural for us, but the girls in the school, they have been facing this problem and they have been complaining. And it's not about the complaints, it's the problem with the parents, because they stop sending their children to, especially the girl child, to school because they see some boy talking with the girl or stalking the girl. So this was a problem which I faced 5 years ago in my school, and it has become a big problem for me because many of the girls, they stopped coming to school mentioning only this problem. So I tried talking with the boys, they giving counseling, mentoring, talking with parents. Nothing worked. And finally, what I thought is that we'll do something different. Then I had this plan to go for classroom theatre, where I took up this drama like Sita Swayamvaram, and that was like I made it in a fun manner. That means I included songs from films, and the script was in English, but the songs were in Telugu and Hindi. I made it very entertaining, and I particularly made sure that I'm inviting all those boys and all those parents who are creating a little bit problem. Though it's not a problem in my thing because it's age, it's because of age they might be behaving that, but still I invited all of them and made them to sit through and watch the drama. The drama I took pain. We all, not I, all the teachers and all the students, we took pains to plan for a 3-hour long drama. It's not like 1 hour, and we all know it's a 3-hour long drama, and that too concerned with some epic drama with all the songs, putting all the entertainment things. How would it be? And after planning all that, before starting the drama, I said, I want all of you to enjoy properly, but I'm going to ask a question at the end of this drama, and everybody should stay. Otherwise, you have to leave now. They stayed because there were so many songs. Popular songs were there in the drama, when Ravanasura comes into the scene, he starts, Neenu puttanu, Neelokam puttindi. So I don't care anyone like. So some songs, there were very popular songs were included in the drama, and everybody sat through 3-hour long drama. I mean, all of them. I should say none left this Rama there. And after that, I asked, how did Sita choose Rama? Everybody became silent. And it's because of his worth. It's the thing, right? So when you stop girls, what do you expect? And what do you expect from them? And what do they expect from you? That kind of questioning. So it's not like I go, the problem was there, I'll start right away mentoring. So we went into the situation, talked about it, discussed on it. That means even the children conspired along with me. All those girls and boys, they conspired, and we had this blast. And from then, it has been more than I think we played this drama in 2015. Till date, we have never have this. We never had any occasion where we got this kind of complaints. It was totally, what do you say, to blast for us. Thank you.
Good.
So I think mentoring doesn't mean that it's only like a part where we go for some mentor is there, a mentee is there, or a counseling will happen. It's not like only structured. Sometimes structured may also help. I agree that when it comes to children, especially school students, primary students, upper primary students, I think these kind of activities which are well planned with, and they should be well thought also, not only planned, they should be well thought before, because I know different questions will arise from the community when I propose such dramas.
Thank you, ma'am. I think a wonderful example. We in the presentation we do also have a slide talks about different modes of mentoring. I think the thing that you mentioned hopefully will also get covered in it. But thank you for that beautiful example. It was very, very fun. Okay, before we move on to the next part of it, maybe can we just spend like say 5 seconds of looking through all the Shwangi, could you, Jamboard about all the various challenges that we think that are there.
Yes, sir.
In the interest of time, yes, sir.
Vinay,
Yes, sir.
Madam wants to speak. Professor Mrinalini, please.
See, in this blue book, the strategies for mentoring are not there. So I think this kind of sharings from countrywide, if you take the narratives from the teachers, how they really mentored in different contexts, these would really help us to go with some indigenous strategies of mentoring. This can be taken up as a part of the book. Thank you.
Definitely, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. I think that this is also like Keshang ma'am mentioned. We are looking at collecting all such kinds of different responses, feedbacks, and suggestions, which we can include. Thank you for that, ma'am. Okay, so we'll spend 10 seconds to just look at all the areas that we can possibly get help and also places where we can offer. We'll go on to the next part of it. Shwangi, we can talk about mentor and mentor characteristics. Yeah.
Yes. So everybody who are present, we have been discussing about what are some of the ways in which a mentor or a mentee relationship should be, or what are some of the ways in which we have heard some real stories coming from the ground, how people have mentored students and they have been a part of this informal space even before this conversation had begun. So now that we have heard so many of those answers, I would like to hear from all of you, that what do you think are the characteristics of a mentor that would make this mission a success? Now that it has been established as a formal, this conversation is beginning to establish mentoring as a formal process. We would really like to know from you, what do you think are some of the characteristics of a mentor that would help make this mission a success? Requesting all of you to share your responses on the chat box, and if somebody from the university campus, if you would like to share, please feel free to unmute yourself and please share your thoughts.
Good evening, everyone. This is Lalita from Department of Education. I think the most important aspect is building up the rapport, and there should a dialogue should evolve between the mentor and the mentee. So the dialogue means a communication where there shouldn't be any hesitation on both the sides. Mutually, we should have this kind of rapport building practices to be practiced, and the communication between the mentor and mentee should be really built on the trust.
Right.
So the dialogue is really important, and we should really bring up the strategies. And I would like to mention few of the indigenous practices which we can really learn lessons from. The traditional practices of learning fine arts and drama, theatre arts, where we have a very congenial and conducive environment between this mentor and mentee relationship. We can really, I think, look at them as teacher and the student, or the mentor and the mentee, where we have very open communication and the understanding process really happens in a more comfortable and congenial fashion. So without saying
Thank you,
something
ma'am.
also I can understand. So these are certain traditional practices we can really explore, research, and we should standardize such practices. Especially, Indian classical music, learning music from a guru, learning dance from a guru, learning the theatre arts from a guru. They have multimodal approach. They don't formalize the things. There is a very informal interactions happen, and it's more of learning from everything.
Yes.
The correction
You're right, ma'am.
also happens in a very, very, comfortable manner. I don't know that I'm learning something and I'm correcting myself. So it's a quite natural process. So we should really learn from these traditional systems, and we can build up a model in the formalizing these mechanisms too. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We are also getting a lot of responses from the chat box. I've put down the answers here on the Jamboard, as you can see. Empathy or an empathetic nature is something that is coming up again and again, that a mentor should be empathetic, be a good listener. We also have a response that calls out approachable, calm and composed. So many of these. I would request Dr. Balaji, would you like to unmute yourself and share with us your thoughts?
Yeah, thanks for giving opportunity. I'm Usmanian. Yeah, open-mindedness in the sense the person who have a more knowledge, he should come forward and he should listen to the persons, the opposite persons, and he need to share and he need to respect the other views. Then only he can become a open-mindedness. And the person should possess the technology nowadays. As one of your one question that how you can get a help. Recently, UGC has announced that, and it is announced that the credits it has giving to for creation of online courses. Then majority of the teaching community that they don't know how to create a MOOC courses or the online courses. Then as a or quick we can get an help from the mentorship how to create a online courses, where UGC also has given a credits to create a more online courses. So in a way, the teacher who knows a more technology, a more creativity, and who having a helping nature to listen to someone, and they can come up and they can share their views and ideas. Then the people with the low knowledge, I don't mean to low knowledge, but the persons who can seek from the experts, they can get easy help from them. Thank you for this giving
Thank you, sir.
opportunity. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. What I can hear you say is that somebody who has some new information or knowledge and people can learn from them, that could be one of the characteristics that a mentor can have. Great. So we have quite a lot of answers and responses that all of you have called out. I would request everybody to just take a couple of seconds to go through each point, and then we'll quickly move forward. All right. So like all of you shared, what could be the characteristics of a mentor that could make this mission a success? Similarly, the Blue Book also calls out certain set of characteristics that that are suggestive in nature and have called out very similar points like you all have. Again, I would request all of you to take a couple of seconds and go through the word cloud that you can see here. These are all mentioned in the section 5.1 of the Mentoring Blue Book. And the characteristics that have been called out are that a mentor should be energetic, experienced, committed, motivated, constructive, courageous, and attentive, to name a few. So, so many of you have also touched upon these points. Now, having established what are some of the characteristics that a mentor should have, and the points that Blue Book also suggests, I would request Vinay, before I go to the next part, it also calls out the different modes in which a mentoring can be conducted. So just before we entered this part, there was a point ma'am shared about the incident that happened in her school and how she mentored the students and how she basically mobilized everybody to resolve that issue. So that is definitely one way in which you can address a problem in a larger group. There are also different other modes of mentoring that can happen depending upon the need of the mentor and the mentee. You can see that the Blue Book calls out discussion circles, peer learning sessions, case-based sessions, one-to-one mentoring, and flash mentoring as some of the suggested modes in which mentoring can be done. Again, if you go back to the Mentoring Blue Book, you will find many other modes that have been mentioned with examples and detailed description of what each mode means. I'll now request Vinay. Vinay, could you please take us through what all will the book offer whenever somebody goes through it?
Thank you. Okay. So, I mean, this is basically the contents page of our Mentoring Blue Book. What I can do is quickly here, we will be sharing. We are in the group, we are sharing the link for the Blue Book itself. Like in the beginning, Santosh sir mentioned that it is available in public domain. So if you log into NCTE website, you'll be able to get a hand of it. If you don't have, you can refer to this link, and that will lead you to the Blue Book itself. This is the first page of it. So it contains concept of mentoring, the vision of it, role of mentors, mentees, different modes of mentoring, and how do you design and everything. Okay, so I think we have reached to the end of, we have come to the end of the workshop here at this point of time. We would like to, take a feedback. So there are a few more sessions, lined up in the different parts of the country. Following week and also first and second week of January. So we'd like to take a couple of minutes just to give us the feedback. Shwangi, if you could help me paste the feedback link on the chat.
Yes.
And for all of you who are present in the university campus, the barcode has been put up across. If not right now, I think it will be put up somewhere here or there. So you can quickly scan the copy, scan the barcode, and then it will take you to the feedback link in itself. So here you can see there is a feedback link that Shivangi has pasted. So take a couple of minutes to just click through it and then write it. Please to let us know if you're able to source it.
Vinay,
Yes, sir.
the offline participants will scan the QR code after the session here when they go out, and online participants will scan it and then send it online.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Offline participants can scan it and then send it. For all of you
Yes.
present here, you can just click the link which is there on the chat box. Take 1 or 2 minutes to fill it. Please let us know if the link is working and you're able to access it. Any one of you can just tell that you are able to access the link and you're able to fill the feedback form right now.
ఒకసారి క్లిక్ చేస్తాం క్యూఆర్ కోడ్ చూసి కాదు పనిచేస్తుందా లేదా చెప్పు
ఈ ఆన్లైన్ వాళ్ళకి ఈ లింక్ పనిచేస్తుంది
అది సేమ్ మనకి ఇచ్చింది సేమ్ అది సేమ్
If you're able to access the link and you are done with the feedback, just type done.
Yes.
The link is working, Vinny.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys. If you're done, please send it done to us so that we know that people are doing it. While all of you are filling, you can go to the next slide.
Yeah.
So here, this is where all the feedback you can. This is the email ID through which all the feedback we send. All the panelists have given fantastic feedback today. So request, like Keshan ma'am requested, if you could just send us an email to this. Take a screenshot of it or maybe click a picture of this email ID. This is also available in the NCT Blue Book first page, or you can write it down somewhere. Please share your valuable feedback to this email ID. Yes, we definitely have come to an end. I think this was an amazing session. Thank you for actively participating by sharing your thoughts. We as facilitators, I can talk on behalf of Shivangi as well here. We did thoroughly enjoy the session. We do want to express our gratitude to Sir Santosh Sarangi ji, Chairperson NCT, Madam Keshank Sherpa, Member Secretary, Abhimanyu Yadav Sir and his entire team, all members of NCT Working Committee, all the dignitaries of NCTE, and all the dignitaries of Osmania University, Ramakrishna Sir, all the esteemed panelists, and dignitaries from different institutions of Telangana state who have joined here, and definitely all the audience who have joined us online and offline. Thank you so much for all the wonderful time that we had. I would like to pass it on to Ramakrishna Sir and his team for concluding the session.
Thank you, Vinay and
Sir.
Shivangi.
జస్ట్ చాలు
For a wonderful interaction with
ఇదో
all
మేడం
the
ఉన్నప్పుడే చేసింది అయిపోతుంది
dignitaries and the participants to make an enriching session or mentoring. Then
కూర్చున్నాను
we are entering into the wrap-up
రైట్
session.
లేదు అక్కడ
I request Dr. P. Shankar, member, Southern Region Center, CTA, and Assistant Professor.
పైన లైట్ ఉంది కదా ఆన్ చేయండి
To wrap up the session of today's open display.
శంకర్ పైన లైట్ అట్లా ఉందా అది
Good afternoon, friends. Chairperson NCTE Santosh Kumar Sarangi ji and Member Secretary Madam Sherpa Abhimanyu and all the friends, young friends from NCTE who joined with us online, and the friends from the offline from the various parts of the country and who are present here. Professor Ghanta Ramesh sir, member NCTE, Professor C.P. Reddy garu, NCTE member, and our principal, Professor Ravinath K. Murthy, Professor Ramakrishna, Professor Muralini, and Professor Vanaja from Manu, Professor Anuradha from IFLU, and all my faculty members of this institution and the original mentors regularly doing their mentorship in the field of education. They came from like SCRT, DIETS, and teachers, principals from model school, the field practitioners, all are here. See, this mentoring, national mission on mentoring, definitely it is going to change the system of education where the education has become a model of economics. Education should not be only the economics, it should be the emotions, it should be the ethics and ethos. So the National Mentoring Mission, which the NCTE taken as a mandate to implement NEP 2020, gives the direction to the nation where the real mentors will come and help the nation building. All the speakers from afternoon to this evening, they given lot of inputs on the draft blue book, and this blue book is going to enrich with the inputs given by all of us. People will start from the Greek mythology, but they will forget the Indian mythology. That is the unfortunate thing, that we feel that the Western literature which is brought in and published, that is the only the knowledge, quote unquote, but is not the knowledge. This is a 5,000 years old civilization, and every family member, every moment of life, all of our elders doing mentoring, and we are the mentees. Every woman, elders, grandmother, grandfather, even younger child, everybody is mentoring the, maybe he is younger or older. So now the national education policy should see that this is not the institution. We should define the education family where all the Western models like stakeholders, mentor, mentee, first we have to forget all these vocabulary, jargon raised by the Western models. You should define the family practices where the entire world is looking for the family institution which is sustainable for so many years and giving lot of inputs to other civilizations. Our strength is family, and you want to build a national mission on mentoring. We have to look into the values of the family and re-look into the structure of family in the context of globalization, where the values crisis is we are facing now. So many our participants given right direction. Panel discussion went on when, and all our looking from the feedback, it is giving right direction to this blue book. Definitely we are going to change a lot of things. And this mentorship, Western model of mentorship is having the danger of coaching and teaching. This coaching and teaching is also trivial, and it also gives a lot of negative things, and it will make the children very stressful, and they committing suicides. Even this phenomena of this Telangana state, students are suicided because when the first year intermediate examinations are announced, these results were losing students because they don't have how to mentor the children to face the defeat. So we have to take all these things, the IIT, MSET models, which we emerged to prepare the so-called engineers and white-collar laborers in the Silicon Valley. We should forget all those things, and we have to redefine the education in the context of national mentoring mission, and it is closely connected with the peer tutoring and the national standards for teachers, professional standards. With this, I thank everybody, and I especially thank the SCRT director and the Srinivas Reddy and all other my friends who came from the Department of Education, field practitioners, model school teachers, all these who are sitting here. They are the textbook developers, curriculum framework draft committee members, and they design many policies and giving a direction to the state policy. Definitely their inputs will enrich the blue book. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for a very quick wrap-up session, but with a very affirmation towards making this mission happen in the mission mode. Now I request Professor Ravindranath K. Murthy, sir, Principal, University College of Education, Osmania University, to propose a formal vote of thanks.
Good evening, everybody. On my behalf and on the behalf of Department of Education, Osmania University, I would propose a heartfelt vote of thanks. First of all, I would profusely like to thank NCTE for giving Osmania University a chance for hosting this event. Thank you very much, NCTE, for enabling us to host this open house discussion. I would also profusely like to thank our chairman, Telangana Education, Professor Limbadri Garu. Because of his busy schedule, he could not attend this today's session, but we had all the support and encouragement from him. I also like to profusely thank the chairman NCTE, Mr. Santosh Sarangi Garu, for setting the agenda of this open house discussion. Thank you very much, sir, for your enlightenment and for the conceptualization of mentoring. Thank you very much, sir. I would also like to thank our Vice Chancellor, Osmania University, Professor Ravinder Garu. Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable time and your insights on giving the concept of mentoring. I would also like to thank Member Secretary NCTE, Mrs. K.Y. Sherpa, Madam. Thank you very much, ma'am, for your insights, for your enlightenment, and for your support. Thank you so much, ma'am, for all your nice words about Osmania University. We greatly appreciate and we express our gratitude to you. Thank you very much, ma'am. I would also like to thank the Vice Chairman, Telangana State Council of Higher Education, Professor Venkata Ramana Garu. Sir could not come and participate in this in this discussion because of his busy schedule, but we still express our gratitude and appreciation to you, sir. I'm also thankful to. I also express my gratitude and sincere thanks to the Vice Chancellor, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University, Hyderabad, Professor K. Sitaramaya Garu. Thank you so much, sir, for personally coming and participating here in this open house discussing and sharing your insights. Thank you very much, sir. I also like to thank the Director, Telangana State Council of Education, Research and Training, Professor Radha Reddy Madam Garu. Madam could not come and participate in this discussion, but we would like to appreciate and express our gratitude because Madam has communicated about this open house discussion to all the teachers across the Telangana, and then we could have we had teachers participate in this program. Thank you very much, ma'am, for your initiative and for your support. Thank you very much. I would also like to thank the Registrar, Osmania University, Professor Lakshmi Narayana Garu. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, because of his busy schedule, could not participate online in this program, but his support and encouragement and his initiation was always there to start this program and then to do this from Osmania University. Similarly, I'd also extend my heartfelt gratitude and support to OSD, to Vice Chancellor, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your support and encouragement. I would also like to express my gratitude and express my heartfelt thanks to the Dean Faculty of Education, Professor Satyanarayan, sir. Satyanarayan, sir, could not participate in this today's session, though he was physically present. Because of his hectic schedule, he had to go elsewhere and then he could not participate in this today's session. But however, I profusely thank you, sir, for your support and encouragement. I would also like to thank Professor Ghanta Ramesh Garu, SRC member, NCTE. Thank you very much, sir. Your words and expressions are always very much valuable for us. You always, whenever we listen to you, we always listen certain new things and we always get enlightened from you. Thank you very much, sir, for your enlightening words about mentoring and for also giving us a new way of understanding the concept of mentoring. Thank you very much, sir. Similarly, I would also like to thank Dr. C.P. Reddy Garu, member SRC NCT. Thank you very much, sir, for giving your insights about mentoring. I would also like to thank Professor S.C. Roy, NMM committee member. Thank you very much, sir, for your insights about mentoring. You have given us so much about mentoring. You have given us lots of knowledge on mentoring. Your detailed expression and detailed discussion on mentoring was very much useful for all of us. Thank you very much, sir. Similarly, I would also like to thank Mr. Vinay and Ms. Shivangi and their team for their panel discussion and for their interaction, for moderating about mentoring in this program. Your videos, your role plays, and then your ways of talking with all the participants offline and online was really very encouraging and appreciating. Thank you very much, Mr. Vinay and Ms. Shivangi, for your help and support and in organizing this program in a better manner. Thank you very much. And I also thank all our moderators in our National Open House discussion today, particularly Professor T. Murali Madam. Thank you very much, ma'am, for participating in this today's program. And I also like to thank Professor M. Vanaja, Department of Education and Training, Maulana Azad National Urdu University. Thank you very much, ma'am, for participating in this discussion and giving insights about your concept of mentoring. Thank you very much. And I also like to thank Dr. R.V. Anuradha Madam, Department of Education, English and Foreign Language University, Hyderabad, for your insights on the concepts of mentoring. Similarly, I'd also like to thank Dr. Madhusudhan Joshi Garu, Department of Education, Hyderabad Central University, for your participation. Similarly, I would also like to thank Dr. Sonia Sawhney, Assistant Professor in Tata Institute of Social Sciences, Hyderabad, for your insights and participating in this panel discussion. I would also like to thank Dr. Rama Devi Madam, Principal, Government IASC, Hyderabad, for your support and for your participation in this program. Similarly, I would also like to thank Dr. Upender Reddy Garu, former Director, Telangana State Council of Education Research and Training. Sir was there very much in this program, but unfortunately we could not make and take the help and support of listening to sir in today's program. I don't know, somehow we missed it because Professor Upender Reddy is always available to us, and then he always gives us insights about different aspects of education. But today, though he was virtually available, but somehow we could not connect, and then we could not get the insights from today on mentoring today. Thank you very much, sir. But still, I express my gratitude and support that we always receive from you, sir. Thank you very much. And I also express my heartfelt gratitude and extend my warm greetings to our own colleague, Dr. P. Shankar Garu, member SRC NCT, for your wrap-up session. Sir, you have very nicely wrapped up the whole session, giving the insights from the Indian aspects of mentoring. Thank you very much, sir. And I also express my gratitude, and I always express my heartfelt support for Professor Ramakrishna Garu, because he was the coordinator of this program. Sir has taken this initiative, and then through sir we could actually host this program on behalf of NCTE. Sir has played a very crucial role in organizing this program to host this program from Department of Education, Osmania University. Thank you very much, sir, for your initiative and effort. Thank you very much. And I also thank our expert musicians, Dr. Srikanth and Dr. Sri Kiran, and then the team from Andhra Mahila Sabha, Sunita Madam, for the wonderful invocation song that set the tone of today's meeting. Their Saraswati Vandana song was very much set the positive vibrations for this mentoring program. Thank you very much, the team from Andhra Mahila Sabha. And I'm also thankful to Miss Shailu Debru, member from NCTE. I'm profusely thankful to her for coordinating this program with Usmania University for organizing this program. Thank you very much, ma'am, for your support and encouragement throughout so that we could successfully conduct this program, open house discussion on mentoring. Thank you very much. And I also thank all the faculty members of Department of Education, Usmania University for their active participation. I also thank all the non-teaching staff of our department for their support and encouragement. And I also thank all the research scholars of our department. And similarly, I also thank all the and B.Ed students of Department of Education. Today we had B.Ed exam, second semester B.Ed exam was going on. But still, our students participated in this program and then they could, do all this flower arrangement, and then they have done wonderful things. So that is how I think we have to learn from our students, because when we were students during that time, and when we had an exam, even a small household chore we never used to do, and then we always tell our parents that we have an exam. But our students, our B.Ed students, though they had an exam at 2 o'clock today, from morning 8 o'clock, they were actively participating in this program, and then they have done all the flower decorations. They alone went to the market and they selected, and then they brought all the flowers. I'm extremely thankful to you all students. This is a learning experience for all of us. And then you have mentored us today in doing the work. Thank you so much. And similarly, I thank Mr. Abhimanyu from NCT for making all the support and giving us all the necessary conditions and guidelines for doing this program offline and offline blended mode. Thank you very much. And I also thank all the school teachers from different government schools and different private schools who have participated in this program. And I also thank all the principals of College of Education for participating in this program. And I also thank all the members of teachers from other colleges and education institutions who have participated in this program of online. And once again, I thank all the members who have participated in this program. Thank you very much. Please excuse me if I have not taken any member's name, because the list is still long, and then I know it will be, it will be not be proper for my part to take the names of all the members who have participated in this program. Thank you one and all. Thank you very much. And finally, I thank and I express my gratitude to NCT once again for giving us this opportunity to host this program on Open House.